Thank you for logging on to the Voice Sports Network for this broadcast of high school sports. We encourage you to go to the games and support your area teams. We know you have a choice, and thank you for choosing us. This broadcast wouldn't be possible without the support of the sponsors you hear throughout the game. We encourage you to visit their businesses and use their service as often as possible. Be sure to tell them thanks for their support. Now, sit back and enjoy the game, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Norwell Lady Night Basketball on WellsCountyVoice.com. Tonight, your Lady Knights host another ranked team in the area. It's a non-conference battle, of course. They host the Whitko Lady Wildcats, who are ranked number 8 in 2A right now. The Knights have fallen a little bit. They're number 6 in 3A. This is Greg Van Meter along with Derek Decker and Noah Tobias this evening on what turned out to be a beautiful day in the Hoosier State after being insufferably cold the last couple of days. We warmed up, I don't know what got up to up here today, fellas. It was 45 in Indianapolis today.
Yeah, my home weather station said 45. That was the high today. That's nice.
That's
compared to
nice.
What we've been dealing with the last few days.
For the middle of January, it sure is. We mentioned the fact that the Lady Wildcats are ranked number 8 in 2A. Their record 11-5 as they face the 14-2 Norwell Lady Knights. Norwell suffered just their second loss on Friday night up at Leo on a desperation heave from about 23 feet that, from my angle, fellas, did not look like it was going to go in. But it banked high off the backboard, had a little English on it, and went through for the win for Leo, which is a big win. That left East Noble on top of the new NE8 conference standings with a record of 4-0. Now, they haven't played Norwell yet. In fact, that'll be the last conference game of the season for both schools when those two teams face off. And if things stay the way they are, that will be for a share of the conference championship for the Knights. And, of course, the East Noble Knights will be trying to take that into their sole possession. But Whitko, on the other side of the coin, is coming off a loss as well to Rochester, 57-45. And that's a little bit surprising given some of the quality wins that Whitko's had, Derek.
You know, I don't think Rochester's lost. I think they're undefeated. We'll have to check that here in a second. But regardless, Rochester not a
not a powerhouse.
No, not a perennial powerhouse anyway. Yeah, they're 16-0 this year.
Yep.
The Zebras. But yeah, we talked about Norwell obviously playing a really quality schedule. They've lost only to a top 15 team in the country in Homestead
13 this week. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Leo on what you kind of touched on, a desperation heave at the buzzer that was banked in from about 22 feet. And, you know, and frankly, Norwell struggled down the stretch in that game. I mean, they had a 14-point lead with 4 minutes left and couldn't hang on to it. We saw them have trouble with that on Tuesday against Carroll. They kind of got away with it, got out of there with a win. But for Norwell, they're doing a good job of getting out to early leads, but now you got to figure out how to play the game down the stretch.
Yeah, they have to figure out, I believe, how to play with the lead.
Right.
In the close games, they've had no trouble keeping their focus right till the final buzzer, and they've been successful in those games. Or if they're behind, like in the Homestead game, they played a great second half against Homestead. However, games like Leo, no, of course, Carroll, where they were fortunate to come out of there with a win in overtime, seems to me to be indicative of a little bit of a loss of focus.
Yeah, Greg, it's really been tough for the Lady Knights. Kind of as Derek said, down the home stretch, it's just really been tough for them. And the loss of focus, I think they just think that they're so out ahead, and there's no way that a school like Carroll or Leo, like they've been playing recently in the first 3 quarters, how they could bounce back. But Leo and Carroll, they're two great basketball teams, and they've definitely shown Norwell that, you know, the game does not end until the last buzzer sounds, and so that's what Norwell's mentality really needs to be.
Yeah, they really need to make sure that they're realizing that in those last moments of a game, and we may see a game like that tonight.
Right.
I would expect this to be relatively high scoring between these two teams. Whitko averages 55 points a game, Norwell 63. Whitko had a game, I believe it was their first game of the year. They put up 90 points. That's a ton for a girls squad, and Norwell has done something similar. They put up 83 against Fort Wayne Southside earlier in the season, and they've been consistently right around that 70-point mark. So we could see a real high-scoring, close game tonight. Norwell's going to have to figure out how to finish it if they do get a lead and have to make good decisions with the basketball down the stretch.
Yeah, that's right. And we talked about how maybe it was a loss of focus. And it's not only the lack of execution down the stretch, it's also a string of poor decisions that were made that kind of cost them that Leo game. And there's just a couple of things that you got to know. You got to keep yourself mentally in the game at that point, because it really seemed like they lost focus down the stretch. Now, we talked about missed free throws. That's mental.
Yeah.
And we know this team is one of the best free throw shooting teams that the Norwell girls have had in a really long time. They do a good job of taking care of the basketball as well, but kind of everything went wrong in that game on, what was it, Friday night. Friday.
Yeah, and on the positive side of that ledger, lots of times a loss like that for a team that is a high-quality team like this squad is, it'll be a good thing.
Right.
In the long run. Now, it may cost them an outright conference championship, but we've seen it happen numerous times over the years. I mean, I recall the 2012 or 2011-12 boys team that lost 2 games they should have won at Bluffton and Homestead.
And those are the only 2 they lost in the regular season.
That's exactly right. Didn't lose again until the state championship game.
Right.
So hopefully that's the way it'll turn out for these Lady Knights as well. We are hoping for a long postseason run, although it's going to be tough when they get to the semi-state level.
And even at the regional level, that thing likely is going to be packed with 4 top 10 teams in that Columbia City regional.
Yeah, and of course, we've still got a ways to get there. Postseason not starting for about just under a month from now. And of course, this week we'll be with you the next 3 nights, as we will be here at the Castle tonight, and then of course on Saturday night we'll be back as the Lady Knights will play a conference opponent in Belmont. In between, we'll be over at Belmont, the boys taking on the Braves in another conference tilt, and the boys with a chance to go 3-0 to start their conference season, which would be quite remarkable considering the fact they're 5-8 to this point in the season.
They really have struggled at some points this year, and I think maybe that's a focus thing, because they seem to be really in gear mentally in conference games. Now, conference game, those 2 games were almost polar opposites. In the DeKalb game, they really struggled on the outset of that one. They were down 15 in the first quarter. In this Leo game, they played on Saturday. They got out to a 15-point lead and kind of hung on. They struggled down the stretch. What surprised me the most about that game is something we're not used to seeing from a Leo team, that they didn't apply full-court press until they really had to.
Yeah, and that is unusual for that squad. But for these ladies tonight, the girl that's really been standing out for the last 2 weeks, Stephanie Conrad, averaging almost a double-double over the last couple of weeks. And I think against this Whitko team, which is not a very big squad, she's got another opportunity tonight for another big game.
I agree, Greg. Stephanie Conrad has just been on her game the past few games, and it's really no surprise that she signed with a big college like Indiana Wesleyan. You know, they are only in the NAIA, but they're one of the bigger teams in the NAIA, and for her to sign to IWU, it's just great to know that her abilities will keep getting better at the college level.
I would agree with you, and it'll also give local fans an opportunity to see her play at the next level as well. We'll take a quick break, hear from a couple sponsors, be back with your starting lineups and the tip after these words.
At First Bank of Bern, you can depend on us for checking accounts that fit your needs. We have free checking with no strings attached. Absolutely free checking with a free Visa debit card, free online banking, even mobile banking. Stop by or call any First Bank of Bern office. We'll help you find a checking account that is perfect for you. First Bank of Bern, employee-owned and conveniently located. Visit us online at firstbankofbern.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Bluffton Plumbing, Heating, and Electric strives to be your total service provider. Their licensed technicians can handle all of your electrical, plumbing, heating, and cooling needs, and now offers duct cleaning. No job is too small or too large for their service professionals. From electrical repairs, water heater replacements, sewer and drain cleaning, well repair, and remodel jobs. Bluffton Plumbing, Heating, and Electric, located behind Lowe's on Commerce Drive in Bluffton, 888-824-3332. That's 824-3332.
Welcome back to the castle. Of course, with the pep band not in-house tonight, public address announcer Jamie Felsheiser playing a recorded version of the national anthem, which we cannot put on YouTube. So we appreciate you enjoying our sponsors. Now it's time for your starting lineups.
Starting at a forward, a 5'10" senior, number 1, Jen Reed. At another forward, a 5'9" senior, number 11, Emily Day. At a guard, a 5'3" junior, number 12, Hannah Yogi. At another guard, a 5'11" junior, number 15, Allie Wright. And at forward, a 5'9" freshman, number 23, Ellie Stepp. The head coach for the Whitko Lady Wildcats is Mr. Brandon Bradley. And now, Norwell fans, let's meet your Norwell Lady Knights. The Knights starters, number 10, Brio Wilson. Number 14, Madison Judd. Number 22, Courtney Beer. Number 30, Alexa Mallory. Number 40, Lindsay Dial. Number 42, Caitlin Whitko. And number 44, Logan Rouse. Here are the starters for your Lady Knights. At a guard, a 5'3" senior, number 34, Casey Strunk. At another guard, a 5'4" senior, number 12, Mackenzie Sawyer. At the other guard, a 5'5" junior, number 20, Haley Roller. At a forward, a 5'9" senior, number 32, Quinn Shelton. And at the other forward, a 5'9" senior, number 24, Stephanie Conrad.
Once again, those starters for the visitors on the scoreboard, the Whitko Wildcats. It's Jen Reef, Emily Day, Allie Reif, Ellie Snepp, and Hannah Yowie for head coach Brandon Bradley. He's 59 and 48 in his fifth year at Whitko. For the Knights, it's Sawyer, Roller, Conrad, Shelton, and Strunk for head coach Eric Thornton. He's 283 and 146 in his 19th year now at Norwell. It'll be a Conrad, and I cannot read their...
I think it's Reef, Jen Reef.
Okay, it's Jen jumping. The Reef girls out there. Although he pronounced one Reef, the other one Reif. I think they're related, though.
Yeah.
As Whitko bring in a little pressure here to start this one out. Norwell controlling the tip. That's Conrad at the high post, and she just blows by her defender. That was Emily Day trying to guard her at the elbow. could not keep up. Stephanie made that look easy, fellas. That'll be the first foul of the ball game. It's on Hannah Yohe. And Steph will go to the line to shoot a pair. Looked good on that one.
Yeah, when Steph gets the ball up near the free throw line, she has plenty of stuff up her sleeve to do, and we've seen a lot of them by her. She does not convert that second free throw.
Well, she's gotten so much better with her left hand.
Yeah, she has. That was the huge improvement over last year. She was kind of one-dimensional, going to the right side a lot, but she's doing a great job of alternating hands.
That's a tough shot inside by Allie Wright. Couldn't get it to go. Strunk quickly the other way and throws it away. That's picked off, and it'll lead to the first basket of the ball game as Jen Reef knocks down the layup. We're going to call them Reefs.
Yeah, I would have to agree with that. They were Reefs last year, so...
They were. That was Sawyer that received that long pass on the baseline. Roller shot does not catch iron. And the Knights quickly 0 for 1 from beyond the arc. Well, we saw those kind of turnovers often late from the Lady Knights on Friday night. That Leo loss. Jen Reef is going to bring the ball up for the Wildcats. She's a senior. Allie is a junior, and she's got the ball. Will get the ball here. Yep, it's thrown away. Sawyer picks off the errant pass, and the first turnover on the Lady Wildcats, bringing a half-court trap against Norwell. Shelton open on the baseline, and she'll reset the offense to Sawyer. That's actually a pretty easy trap to beat when you've got 5 that high. As Conrad couldn't handle the pass, gets it right back. The Wildcats being very active with their hands, and Norwell kind of settling right now for threes. Hadn't been able to get one to go yet, but Stephanie Conrad weaves through traffic. Her first basket of the game makes it a 3-2 Norwell lead. Jen Reef looking for help as Norwell in a man-to-man to start this one, although they're really playing off their man on the weak side to help in the middle. As Allie Reef listed at 5'11", and good size in there. Nice move by Jen Reef. She's got all 4 of the Wildcats' points early on here, and they take the lead back. That's a 1-3-1 that the Wildcats are running. It's just so high that it's really going to be tough to stop those kind of baskets. Stephanie Conrad with 5 points here. Conrad 5, Reef 4 right now.
Yeah.
That foul's going to go on Sawyer, her first, team's first.
Substitution for Whitko.
As the first sub of the game is on the Whitko side of things. It's Kennedy Kroll. She's a 5'10" junior. Replaces Emily Day in the Wildcats lineup. Day is senior. Long cross-court pass. That's Kroll with the basketball. Whitko not aggressively moving the basketball. Look like they're trying to get it inside. That inside pass knocked away by Quinn Shelton. As Kroll listed at 5'10", that might be a little light. She seems to be a couple inches taller than Quinn Shelton. Quinn listed at 5'10" as well, I believe. No, she's listed at 5'9". There's another shot from Jen Reef. Couldn't get it to go. The rebound put up and in by Allie Reef. And somebody besides Jen Reef puts it in. Still the Reef girls with all the scoring for the Wildcats early on. Nice pass underneath as Casey Strunk with the assist. Quinn Shelton with her first basket of the game. Of course, you should be able to see the Subway scoreboard on your computer at home. Subway, a longtime sponsor of our scoreboard, as Brianna Cumberland checks in for the Wildcats, another junior. She's listed at 5'8". So not a lot of height, but pretty consistently tall in their lineup is the Wildcats. That's Shelton with the floater. Couldn't get it to go. And a foul's going to be called in the backcourt. We'll see who that goes against. Could have been one of several Lady Knights. It'll go on Shelton. That's her first, team second. Whitko with just the one team foul so far. Jen Reef doing most of the ball handling so far for Coach Bradley. That's Kroll well beyond the three-point line, and I don't think she's much of a threat to put it up from out there. Whitko sending cutters across the lane. That's who they're trying to hit. But Norwell doing a good job of staying in front of the passing lanes at this point, as they'll get the ball back, leading by one. 3:41 left here in the first quarter. Roller, that's a good job of getting rid of the basketball before the trap comes, but it's thrown away by Shelton. Jen Reef the other way with the jump stop and scores.
The jump stop is an underappreciated tactic, as Coach Thornton's going to call a quick 30-second timeout.
Yeah, we don't see enough of it. We'll take a timeout along with Coach. 3:24 left. The Knights trail by one. We'll be right back.
Bluffton Tire, you know where they're located, across the street from Bummy's, right at the entrance to the 4-H park, has been serving Wells County for over 50 years. Bluffton Tire needs to be the first stop for brakes, struts, front end alignment, and offers over 20 different brands of tires. Stop by and see Carrie Jennis today or visit online at BlufftonTire.com for online specials and coupons. Bluffton Tire is open Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon.
Hi, this is Carrie Jennis at Bluffton Tire, and we'll keep you going.
Well, welcome back to the Castle. Early here, Whitko with a 1-point advantage. Whitko has progressively gotten better over the last few years under Coach Bradley. They really struggled a few years ago, but he's doing a good job of building a program over in South Whitley. Whitko staying in that 1-3-1 trap as Conrad gets free again, but couldn't get this one to go. Boy, that's a shot at the rim that you really need in a game like this, especially when you're not hitting from outside. Of course, that can change at any second.
Yeah, this team seems to be pretty darn streaky.
Yep. Allie Reef with the basketball up top, being guarded now by Kaylee Roller. On the give and go, Jen Reef had the mismatch she wanted. That's going to be another foul on Mackenzie Sawyer. Her second, I believe. Yep. Third on the team, and Madison Dunnick, she'll actually replace Quinn Shelton in the Norwell lineup. Of course, the Lady Knights wearing pink tonight as that ball is thrown away. Norwell with numbers, and Dunnick just a couple of beats too late on that play. Allie Reef with the basketball. Thought about a three, but she'll set it up to Kroll. Way up top is Cumberland. She won't take the shot either. She's being guarded by Conrad. Good pick up top as Jen Reef able to set an excellent pick for Cumberland. It's a 3-point Wildcat lead. Oh boy, that was almost over and back. Courtney Beer in the game as well for the Knights, as Stephanie Conrad continuing to pour it on.
Yeah, she's kind of single-handedly keeping the Knights in this one. She's got 7 of the 9.
A minute 58 left here in the first quarter, and
boy,
wide open underneath is Hannah Yohe, who re-entered off the timeout. She was one of the starters for the Wildcats. Strunk gets it to Conrad. They've got numbers, 3-on-1. That's Sawyer for 3. Boy, that ball was halfway down. Quickly the other way, that pass is going to be picked off. Whitko trying to push the pace, and when they do, it's leading to turnovers. Sawyer all the way to the basket, and again, another shot at the rim. Not converted by the Lady Knights.
Oh
Casey Strunk.
Oh, boy.
Got nothing but ball on that particular play. Unfortunately, she's going to be called for a foul. That'll be the Knights' 4th team foul. First on Casey, as Kaylee Roller checks back in for Coach Thornton. Also for the Wildcats, Avery Friel checks in. She's a 5'9" senior. Whitko with the ball on the baseline here. Jen Reef up top, and boy, we've said the Reef name for a lot of years calling Whitko games against the Knights. Those girls have both been playing since they were freshmen. Oh, a step-back three. That was Allie Reef on the attempt. And Kaylee Roller, nice pass up ahead to Maddie Dunnick. And assist to Kaylee Roller makes it a 1-point game. Dunnick with a good job of corralling that pass and getting it in with a right hand. 47 seconds left in the quarter. There's a steal by Casey Strunk. She'll head the other way. I was going to say she had Dunnick wide open, but the pass was a little low. Dunnick thinking about a three. Kit Roller will set it back up. 32 seconds. Now Dunnick will launch a three. No good. It'll be off the top of the backboard with 28.1 on the clock. Norwell in their 1-3-1 trap. They need a stop here to end the quarter, as undoubtedly Whitko will try to take the last shot. In the corner is Haley Yohe. She entered off the timeout as well, and that pass almost picked off by Dunnick. Good anticipation there by Madison. 8 seconds left. That's Cumberland. Now Reef with 2 seconds. Another step back three. No good. That'll end the first half. Whitko with a good start. They lead 12-11 here at the Castle. We'll take a break here from a couple sponsors and be back after these words. Well, we're just about set to start up, second quarter.
That's a nice defensive possession there at the end of the first quarter for the Lady Knights. Probably the stop they needed. So start the quarter with the basketball. Starters are out there, except for Dunnick for Sawyer.
Yep. Shelton Strunk, Dunnick, Roller, and Conrad. For the Wildcats, it's Allie Reef. Jen Reef's also out there with the ball right now. It's Cumberland. She ended the quarter. Nice steal by Strunk. Up ahead to Quinn Shelton, and she's going to be fouled. Just the second foul of this game on the Whitko Wildcats. That's going to go on Allie Reef. Also on the floor for Whitko is Haley Yohe. She's a 5'4" junior. Brianna Cumberland's out there as well. He keeps switching back and forth between Reef and Rife. Shelton with a good-looking free throw there to tie it up.
Coach Brandon Bradley kind of chased back to his position after that one. He
got a little far out on the floor.
Yeah, well, he gave the official a little bit of an earful on that one.
Of course, from our angle on that end of the floor, very tough to tell what kind of contact is there. Oh, nice move inside by Jen Reef. She's able to knock down the left-handed layup. Dangerous pass, and it's going to remain Norwell's basketball.
No, it isn't. Yes. No, they're going to call the foul on Dunnick.
Yeah. Well, actually, that looked like a good call from here, fellas.
It did. She kind of pulled it on the tail end. When that ball was loose, she pulled on her arm.
First foul on Madison. There's another foul on the Knights. This one will go on Quinn Shelton.
16 foul. Next one will put the Lady Wildcats in the bonus as Courtney Beer set to check in for the Knights.
She'll enter for Quinn Shelton. As, boy, a lot of fouls being called here early and often against your Lady Knights. Just 2 called so far on Whitko. Norwell aggressively getting after the basketball. Dunnick with the steal on the floor, and a jump ball is going to be called. That'll be Whitko's basketball, I believe.
Nope.
No, it'll be Norwell's ball.
I was incorrect at the beginning of the quarter.
Yeah, that's all right.
As A sub for the Lady Wildcats is number 12, Hannah Yohe. Checks in for Cumberland.
Yohe, a starter. Her third time actually on the floor so far. That's Strunk in the corner is Beer, no good. And the rebound pulled out of there by Allie Reef. She works on Strunk. Boy, great defense there by Strunk. It'll be off of Hannah Yohe.
Yeah,
Norwell will get it.
Great job of Strunk getting back there on defense without a foul. And then gets the ball batted out of bounds, and it'll belong to the Lady Knights.
She really moved her feet well. Oh, nice kick out to Beer again for three. This one's well short. But Stephanie Conrad there can't get the basket to go, but she'll go to the line. I believe that's going to go on Avery Friel. Yep. That's her first. Team's third. A couple of Wildcats set to check in as well as Conrad ties it up. Emily Day back in there as well as Ellie Snepp. Ellie Snepp, just a freshman, listed at 5'9". She started this basketball game, and that's just the first time she's been back in. Conrad gives Norwell the lead back at 15-14, 6:47 left here in the half.
Well, at this point, this game has been really, really tight, and we think that benefits the Lady Knights.
Yep. Allie Reef doing the ball handling now with Jen Reef on the bench as Ellie Snepp called for traveling.
It's the seventh Whitko turnover.
How many did Norwell have so far,
3.
Derek?
They've got 3.
So it's not the turnovers that are killing them. They're not hitting shots at this point. Ofer from beyond the arc, I know that. Almost another steal, as that was very close to over and back on Kaylee Roller. Roller working down the right side and can't get it to go. Another layup missed by the Lady Knights. Another
he got a timeout.
Ball is
no,
called.
He got a timeout.
Coach Bradley using his first timeout. Norwell has used one as well. That's a 30-second timeout. We'll go ahead and take it. Hear from Lawrence and be right back.
Costly misconceptions about collision repair. Brought to you by Lauren's Body Shop.
All repair shops are basically the same.
False. There are substantial differences among repair shops. Some have made large investments in equipment and training. Others have not. Always do your homework when selecting a repair facility.
In business since 1951, Lauren's Body Shop on East Dustman Road specializes in insurance collision repair, offers free estimates, and an outstanding limited lifetime warranty. Visit lawrensbodyshop.com.
Lawrence Body Shop with a wonderful new billboard on Highway 1.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Yep. As Allie Reef will handle it across the timeline. Norwell in the 1-3-1 trap right now. Strunk on top of it, just running back and forth. She has a motor that will not quit. As Whitko passes over it in the corner, that's Cumberland, no good. And Conrad with a strong rebound. Strunk the other way, leaves it for Beer. Beer this time hits the three. Good shooters don't stop shooting. Courtney Beer 1 for 3 now from beyond the arc, and Norwell with a 4-point lead. Reef looking for help in the baseline. That's Snepp. Snepp doesn't be looking to score at all for the Wildcats. Norwell, I really think, can kind of sag off her. Good hustle there by Strunk again. Norwell wanted the tip called off of Cumberland, but the official did not agree. Of course, I don't think that official's agreed too much with Coach Thornton tonight. Oh,
that's
traveling, yep. Cumberland took one step too many. Another turnover on the Wildcats. 5:15 left here in the half. Strunk taking her time as Roller now looking across the timeline. Gets it back to Strunk.
Well, the Knights are kind of playing with fire at the half-court line.
Yes, they are. However, once they get it into the front court, they've done a good job of finding the open player. There's Madison Dunnick, wide open three, no good. Courtney Beer can't get the rebound to go. And coming out of there is Cumberland with it. She finds, oh, that was a dangerous pass to Day, but it got through. Good kick out to Snepp, and Snepp puts in the 15-footer. Norwell's lead down to 2. Strunk testing the water there. Gets it across to Dunick. Dunick travels. And see what we got here. Jen Reef will re-enter, and she sat down for quite a long time. Whitko with the basketball. So Jen Reef, who handled the ball primarily in the first half, is now working back and forth across the top of the key. Gets free and misses the shot at the rim.
Yeah.
That's going to be a foul on the Lady Knights.
Madison Dunick picks it up. That's her second foul.
Whitko now in the bonus, although I believe this is a shooting foul. As Yowie able to knock down her first one. She'll try to tie it up with this next free throw. Lindy Dial checks into the Norwell lineup, replacing Dunick. Dial number 40. Another one of the seniors listed at 5'4". And then Norwell's going to, oh boy. Good tip out there by Jen Reef, as Allie Reef will reset for the Wildcats. Norwell in a man-to-man right now, as Courtney Beer face guarding Cumberland. Nice move by Reef to give Whitko the lead back, 19-18. Under 4 minutes left here in the half. Roller with the move inside. They're going to count that basket. Wasn't sure which way that was going to go, fellas. It'll be called on Emily Day, her first, team's fourth. A little Euro move there between two defenders for Kaylee Roller. And she's able to convert the three-point play. Nice play there by Kaylee.
Very athletic play.
Norwell now extending their defense a little bit. That's Casey Strunk up top. Lots of times we see Quinn Shelton up there, but Quinn on the bench as Jen Reef picks up a batted pass. That was good defense by the Knights. The ball just didn't bounce their way. Strunk quickly into the front court, splits the defenders all the way to the rim. Can't get the basket to go, but she'll go to the line as well. I think this is going to be on Yowie also. Nope. Yep. It's also on Day. So her second, team's fifth. Norwell really attacking the rim, though, in the last few trips.
Yeah, Casey Strunk, she's really done a great job of just trying to weave back and through the Whitko Panthers. I'm sorry.
Wildcats.
Wildcats.
They may change their name, though, at halftime. As Brooke Christoffel. No, I'm sorry. That's Kennedy Kroll re-entered for the Wildcats. See, you almost made me say Panthers.
See, I'm telling you, it sounds good.
The Whitko or Panthers.
It is the age of high schools changing their mascot.
Yeah, that's true.
That is.
North side. Yeah, I don't know that I want to even get into that discussion. Nice steal there by Roller. She throws it away underneath, and Roller steals it again. Good play by Kaylee. She'll find Courtney Beer, and Courtney's going to be called for traveling. Shuffle her feet there before she put the basketball down. Of course, Derek, you're referencing the North Side, now Legends.
You know, I would have.
Redskins for 100 years.
Yeah, Legends wouldn't have been my first choice. I kind of like Nighthawks. That was the other choice on the ballot there.
Oh, nice steal again by Kaylee Roller, really picking up the defensive intensity for the Knights. Another turnover on the Wildcats. Oh, dangerous pass to Strunk. Great pass to Conrad. Conrad can't get it to go. A little no-look job there by Strunk.
Another turnover.
How many is that now on
Well, they have piled up. That's now 11.
2:20 left in the half. Strunk beyond the arc finds Roller. Thought about shooting a three. Instead, they run it inside. Nice pass to Conrad. Conrad with the left hand makes it a 4-point Norwell lead.
Conrad's got 11 points.
Wow. She's having another great first. We thought she might.
Yeah. She matches well with this Whitko team.
She really does. That miss was Kennedy Kroll. Conrad pulling down the rebound for the Knights. Under 2 minutes to go here in the half. Beer almost made contact with Coach Bradley. That tells you how close Coach Bradley is to the sideline. And Jen Reef, good help defense there, able to block Conrad's shot.
Yeah, that looked clean from where we're at.
It did. That's Reef on the baseline. She'll work on Conrad and find Yowie beyond the arc. Reef directing traffic now. Norwell man-to-man. They've switched back and
5
forth.
seconds.
Conrad just close enough to force that turnover. So Avery Friel and Haley Yowie back into the Wildcat lineup.
Well, this game is not as high scoring as we anticipated. A lot of that's accounted for from the turnover standpoint.
Well, and there's been a lot of easy shots missed, too, by both squads. That's Roller from the corner, no good. Norwell's hit just one three-point attempt to this point. Allie Reef the other way, no good, but the rebound to Yowie. She gets it back in the paint. The turnaround, no good. No foul called again. Finally, they're going to call a foul. We'll see who that goes against. I think it's going to go on Courtney Beard. Well, Courtney was trying to get a body on Hannah Yowie. Yowie doing a good job of working for the basketball. 44.8 left here in the half. Norwell leading by 4.
This is 1-1.
Yeah, that was definitely a non-shooting foul. And Kaylee Roller will bring it up herself. You think they'll try for one shot here, fellas, in the half?
I don't think so. Unless they really can. If they get a good look, like right there, that's a charge.
Yeah.
It's
a good call.
Yeah.
As Hannah Yowie had good position underneath. Kaylee Roller on her. That'll be her. How many is that, Derek? That's her first?
About Roller?
Yep.
Yeah. It's her first foul. She's got 3 points to her credit.
Cumberland back in there for Whitko. Underneath is Yowie. They'll reset up top. Good kick out to Reef. No good. And that ball hit the strap. It helps support the backboard. Not a turnover. That's just a missed shot and change of possession. As Avery Friel checks back in. Boy, Coach Bradley really runs a lot of players in and out.
Yeah, he kind of similar to Coach Eric Thornton there.
Mm-hmm. Although Bradley substituting even more than Coach Thornton tonight as Kaylee Roller finds the range.
That extends the lead to 7 here at halftime. That shot's not going to count anyway.
Yeah, it would not have counted from Allie Reef, and the Knights with a little run to end the first half. They lead the visiting Wildcats by 7 as they go to the locker room. We'll take a break here from a couple sponsors and be back with your halftime show after these words.
At First Bank of Bern, you can depend on us for checking accounts that fit your needs. We have free checking with no strings attached. Absolutely free checking with a free Visa debit card, free online banking, even mobile banking. Stop by or call any First Bank of Bern office. We'll help you find a checking account that is perfect for you. First Bank of Bern, employee-owned and conveniently located. Visit us online at firstbankofbern.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
The Bowling Center in Bluffton has Friday Night Trio League for ages 4 through 19 with sign-ups going on now. This 10-week league is at 7 p.m. on Fridays for $8.25 per week for 3 games and shoes. Also on Friday, it's Friday Fun from noon to 6 p.m. Bowl for just $1 and shoe rental is only 50 cents. The Bowling Center, 1231 South Scott Street in Bluffton. Visit bowlbluffton.com.
What do you guys want to eat for supper tonight?
I want biscotti.
I want biscotti.
Paschetti's Italian Restaurant, where yes, you can get spaghetti and so much more. Subs, sandwiches, burgers, calzones, pizzas, salads, and a whole menu full of Italian cuisine and desserts. Paschetti's Restaurant is conveniently located at 229 West Market Street in Bluffton, and they're open for lunch 11 to 4, 7 days a week.
Fine, we'll go to Paschetti's, but I want some garlic knots.
Paschetti's, open Monday through Thursday 11 to 9, Friday and Saturday 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., and Sundays 11 to 8 p.m. Paschetti's Italian Restaurant, 229 West Market Street in Bluffton.
Welcome back to the Castle, along with Noah Tobias and Derek Decker. This is Greg Van Meter. As the Knights lead by 7, their biggest lead of the game. This one's been close from the opening tip. That 7-point lead, by far the biggest from either team. And it all came down to hitting a couple threes there towards the end of the half, Noah.
Yeah, really, Norwell, they've struggled tonight hitting their three-point shots. Kaylee Roller hit one, and also Courtney Beer hit one as well. Really, that's unlike the Knights, but the past couple of games, this game and the game against Leo, I remember, that they've really struggled, and it's very unlike them because they take so many three-point shots, and they usually hit about a mid-30 percentage, and for girls, that's pretty good. But these past two games, they've been in the mid-20s, I think.
If that. We'll find out in a minute. As Derek, you want to share some stats with us?
Yeah, and they kind of tell the story here in the first half. Whitko had 12 turnovers on 21 points. 1 for 3 from the free throw line for 33%, 10 of 25 for the field for 40%, and 0 for 4 from three-point range. And that single three-pointer. So both teams shooting pretty poorly from outside the arc. Individually, Jen Reef led the Wildcats with 10 points and 3 rebounds. Brianna Cumberland had 2 points and 2 rebounds. Hannah Yowie had 3 points and 4 rebounds. Allie Reef had 4 points and 4 rebounds. Ellie Snepp had 2 points and 2 rebounds. And Kennedy Kroll had a rebound for the Lady Wildcats, who have 21 points here at the half. For your Norwell Lady Knights, they had 6 turnovers, 8 rebounds as a team. They were 8 of 9 from the free throw line for 89%, 9 of 28 from the field for 32%, and 2 of 10 from the three-point line for 20%.
There you go, Noah.
Individually, Mackenzie Sawyer took a couple shots and did not score and had a couple fouls. She's kind of in foul trouble. Madison Dunnick had 2 points on 1 of 3 shooting. Kaylee Roller had 6 points and 2 rebounds. Courtney Beer had 3 points and a rebound. Stephanie Conrad had 11 points and 5 rebounds. Quinn Shelton had 4 points. And Casey Strunk had 2 points and assist. And Lindy Dial played a little bit in that first half. The Knights have a team total of 28 and hold a 7-point lead heading into the second half of play.
Well, and the Knights, if they can continue to get better with their outside shooting, that's going to tell the tale of this one. As Whitko does not appear to have a real three-point shooting threat.
No, they don't, and they've only taken 4. And actually, a couple of them were surprising that they took those. It doesn't seem to be in their offense.
No.
They like to drive to the basket. Mid-range jumpers, we've seen a couple of those, but they really like taking it right to the hole, try to draw a foul, try to get it real close to the basket.
Yeah, they're running that little weak side motion, trying to hit one of their bigger girls coming across the middle. The guards really have not factored in at all. Jen Reef and Allie Reef, both 2 of their forwards, but they've been doing almost all of the ball handling for the Wildcats.
Yes, they have. On a basketball note in the Big Ten, number 16 Iowa is going to go to the Breslin Center and upset the Michigan State Spartans as they lead by 19 with 7 minutes left.
That is a huge win. Of course, Valentine's still not in the lineup, I don't believe, for Michigan
I think he
State.
is. I think tonight was his first night back. Iowa's going to go ahead and improve to 4-0 in the conference and tie Indiana for the lead in the Big Ten.
Of course, in our local conference, the NE8 will be back to conference play tomorrow night. We'll have the Knights for you on the road at Belmont. As
they try to keep the conference lead. I think there are 3 teams that are 2-0 in the conference. I'm going to have to check that here in just a moment. But in the meantime, expecting hopefully a couple of wins from these Knights. But you gotta, both Belmont teams have the potential of getting them, and you gotta come out prepared. And that's a mental thing in general for the Knights. They have to come out prepared. The guys we talked about, perhaps a little, hopefully not, but maybe a little full of themselves after a good Leo win, and they got to come out and play well to continue to win. And that's on the road at Belmont, which in history has not been the easiest place to play. We talked about 3 teams being 2-0 in the conference. Columbia City is 2-0 and 9-4 overall, as well as New Haven 2-0 in the conference, 9-4 overall. Norwell is ahead of Leo, Huntington North, East Noble, DeKalb, Belmont. Belmont looking for their first conference win and their 4th win on the season tomorrow.
Of course, Belmont and Norwell now each other's primary rival, as over the years with the being in the same conference and so forth, it's really kind of taken the place of the old Bluffton rivalry. The girls don't even play Bluffton anymore, so I think that'll be a lot of fun over this weekend. And of course, here tonight, what I really like seeing, Noah, out of the girls towards the end of the second half, besides improving their shooting, I thought their defensive intensity picked up as well.
Yeah, most definitely. That 1-3-1, it seems like that's our girls' favorite defense. Even when Quinn Shelton isn't out there,
right.
Casey Strunk is so quick. It's unbelievable, and the girls have just done a great job of really picking up the mentality of when the ball is being passed, when the ball is in the air, you got to be moving. You cannot just wait for the ball to land in someone else's hands and then move. Just our guards are just so quick that it's so easy for them to do so, and they're always a step ahead of the offense.
Yeah, they've done a really good job with that tonight, and even when they've fallen back into the man-to-man, they've done a pretty good job on the weak side with their help defense as well. Well, we're just about set for the second half. We'll take a break here from a couple more sponsors and be back. The Knights leading here at halftime, 28-21. We're live at the Castle.
It took Subway restaurants to do flatbread sandwich great, fresh roasted until its flavor reaches the towering peaks of Mount Delicious. You may have had other flatbread, but once you sink your teeth into this appetite-busting mountain of flavor, you'll know this is the real deal. Get any of your Subway favorites on our full-flavor flatbreads and let your taste buds sink into the delicious depth of goodness. Subway of Bluffton, eat fresh with 2 locations to serve you in North Main and inside Walmart.
The new Kaylor Nickel Foundation Family YMCA, 550 West Desmond Road in Bluffton, is now open and invites you to stop by and take a tour of the new facility. When you join the Y, you're not just a member of a facility, you're part of a community, surrounded by friends as well as caring and knowledgeable staff. Here are just a few of the benefits of joining the Y. Unlimited participation in group exercise classes, free childcare while you work out, and free private health and wellness consultations. You don't want to miss out on all your local YMCA has to offer. To learn more, visit fwymca.org.
Well, we're set here to start the second half. Whitko will have the ball heading the other way.
Both teams with their starters out on the floor. For Whitko, it's Reef, Snep, Yowie, and Day. For the Knights, it's Sawyer, Roller, Conrad, Shelton, and Strunk.
Allie Reef handling it. Jen Reef handled. That's a big adjustment here
it
by
is.
the Wildcats. As
nice
Jen Reef
pass.
gets it inside. Just a little slip move, and Wildcats draw first blood here in the second half. That was a nice little move by
well executed
Jen Reef. And Allie Reef delivered the basketball right on time. Conrad will drive, get fouled, can't get the basket to go. We'll see who that's on. It could have been on Yowie. It could have been on Snep. It'll be on Ellie Snep. That's her first, team first.
And folks, tonight, your camera is right. The girls are wearing their pink uniforms as Stephanie Conrad hits her first free throw. This is not Breast Cancer Awareness Night. This is actually a night to it's really thankfulness for Coach Thornton's mom. She had surgery this past Monday, and she does not have cancer that they know of now. it might have spread, but they'll do another scan here in the next couple of weeks. But this is just for support for Coach Thornton's mom.
Jen Reef not able to get the jumper to go, but a nice offensive rebound there by the freshman Snep.
Snep's very active for being a freshman. Good size as well.
Yeah, that's obvious how that's what has garnered her playing time, as she's only put up one shot, I believe. She did score, or no, 2 shots.
Yeah, she's just taking the one shot on the baseline, the 15-footer.
Yep. I was thinking she had a miss in there, but Allie Reef gets a step-back 3 to go. Boy, that shot doesn't look like it's going to come close, and it rattled home. That cuts Norwell's lead to 4. Quinn Shelton wide open underneath. That's the danger of that half-court trap that the Whitko squad runs. Norwell's gotten several easy baskets off that. They've also missed a few easy shots. Norwell not putting a lot of pressure on, as another 3 attempt from Allie Reef, and she hits another one. That cuts Norwell's lead to 3. So Reef, who didn't make one of those long shots in the first half, now 2 for 2 here in the second. Sawyer's thought about a 3-ball. She'll reset. That's Strunk. Nice pass inside to Conrad. Conrad takes the contact, able to score. Boy, Stephanie Conrad having a night.
This is kind of more the pace that we expected in this one, as Whitko outscoring the Lady Knights 8-6, and we're only 2 minutes into the third quarter.
That ball thrown away by Jen Reef. Oh, well, get it back as Kennedy Kroll re-enters for the Wildcats. Just under 6 minutes left here in the third. And now Kroll is going to guard Stephanie Conrad, really making a lot of physical contact with Conrad. There's Sawyer for 3, no good. That'll bounce harmlessly out of bounds. Whitko will get the basketball back. Kennedy Kroll getting very physical with Stephanie Conrad on this end of the court.
Yeah, it sure is, and that's kind of what they think is going to be able to stop her. Steph's done a good job, though, tonight of playing through a little bit of contact. She got fouled a couple times. Sometimes the foul isn't called, as 5 seconds again.
Yep, Kroll not aware of the clock, as Shelton was right on her the whole time.
14 turnovers now for the Lady Wildcats.
How many does Norwell have so far?
Norwell still has 6, hasn't turned it over here in the second half. I'm sure I just made him turn it over.
No, there's no such thing as jinx. As Strunk couldn't get the driving basket to go. That's going to be a foul on Jen Reef.
It's her first foul.
Second on the Wildcats here in the second half. As well as another substitution for Whitko, waiting to come in. Strunk looked good on that free throw. Cumberland back on the floor for the Lady Wildcats.
Hey, this is kind of danger time here for both teams. This game could swing either way right now. Knights have a 7-point lead. I believe that's the biggest one they've had. It ties it with the halftime lead being 7. But it's been real close all the way.
It really has. Now Jen Reef with the basketball in her hands. That's kind of how they started out the game in that particular strategy. That's Cumberland on the baseline. And gets it back from Reef, knocked away by Roller. It's 2-on-1 break for the Knights.
Oh, nice pass. Oh, she missed it.
And Casey Strunk. Well, I'll tell you, I mean, you got to make those shots, fellas.
Yeah, that's what's got to happen.
That was a standstill layup. What a pass from Kaylee Roller. There'll be a foul called on Cumberland. Whitko with 3 quick fouls here in the second half. Boy, that ball almost thrown away. Conrad.
Another point-blank range miss.
Yeah, it was about a 4-footer for Stephanie, but she shot it with her left hand. Not sure why. Her right hand is her strong hand. Boy, the Knights continuing to miss easy baskets. This could easily be a 13, 15-point lead for the Lady Knights. Instead, it's 7. Boy, dangerous pass there, almost picked off by Strong.
The point-blank misses for the Knights, kind of benefiting in Whitko's favor as they're being able to get away with some turnovers.
Stephanie Conrad just took the basketball away from Jen Reef. Now, Casey Strunk had something to do with that, as Shelton can't get her driving shot to fall. Allie Reef the other way for the Wildcats. 4 minutes to go here in the third. Another step back three. This one no good. Shelton out of there with it. She'll bring it up herself. Little stutter step move. Nice kick out to Roller for three. No good. And Yowie out of there with the rebound for the Wildcats. Knights up by 7.
It's been a fast-paced one here in the second half.
A lot of shots being put up by both squads. Not a lot of them being hit. As Reef will be tight.
Oh. Boy, that would have been a turnover as well, as the arrow favors Norwell. Tough call.
We're going to have a timeout here as Coach Bradley will take one. Norwell up by 7, 3:33 on the clock. We'll take a break and be right back.
Hyundai Motors is celebrating 40 years of serving Wells County and the surrounding area with an outstanding selection of low-mileage cars, trucks, and SUVs that are in fantastic condition. And their ASE certified technicians in the service department offer oil changes, brakes, AC tune-ups, as well as a full line of replacement parts and tires, and are the best in customer satisfaction. Visit HyundaiMotors.com to browse their inventory of new and used vehicles.
Well, a lot of activity, a lot of fury, not a lot of light.
Not a lot of light.
Neither team able to put the biscuit in the basket too often, as that'll be a long three by Brianna Cumberland, her first three, I believe, of the evening. And that cuts Norwell's lead back down to 4.
5th point of the evening.
Dunnick, who came in off the timeout for the Knights, receiving that pass, almost threw it away. Sawyer working against this 1-3-1 trap. I'm a little bit surprised that Whitko has stayed in this trap, although Norwell not hitting shots. That's going to be a foul on Jen Reef. She got a piece of Mackenzie Sawyer. Her second, team's 4th. Norwell just 1 foul called on them here in the second half. Whitko's sticking with that. Well, looks like they may. Nope, they're going to stick with the zone. Oh, nice move by Conrad, but she misses another layup. Stephanie's missed a few of those tonight. She's made more than she's missed, for sure. On the drive, the jumper good by Reef.
And
Reef, that is.
I just kind of talked about it with a fast pace. You knock down a couple shots, you're right there again.
Conrad and Strunk into the front court. That ball kicked by Hannah Yowie as Courtney Burrell checked back in for the Knights. Quinn Shelton will take a seat. So it's Dunnick, Sawyer, Conrad wide open in the middle of the floor. Nice find by Strunk. And Norwell's going to take their second timeout off a quick basket. Norwell leading 38-34. We'll take a quick break and be right back after these words from Bluffton Plumbing and Heating.
Bluffton Plumbing, Heating, and Electric strives to be your total service provider. Their licensed technicians can handle all of your electrical, plumbing, heating, and cooling needs, and now offers duct cleaning. No job is too small or too large for their service professionals. From electrical repairs, water heater replacements, sewer and drain cleaning, well repair, and remodel jobs. Bluffton Plumbing, Heating, and Electric, located behind Lowe's on Commerce Drive in Bluffton, 888-824-3332. That's 824-3332.
That was a quick 30-second timeout.
Very quick.
Usually they don't start the clock until the official indicates what the length of the timeout's going to be and then points at the scorer's table. This time they got around to it pretty quickly. Usually I know I've got 38 to 40 seconds. Not this time around. Allie Reef, another long three, buries it. I'll tell you what, she's keeping, the three ball actually is keeping Whitko in the ball game after, did they make any in the first half?
No, now they've got 4 of them, and 3 of them have come from Allie Reef.
Wow. Conrad drives again, gets it to go. 19
points for Stephanie.
Wow. Boy, it's the Reef and Conrad show here this evening. That ball almost thrown away.
Again.
Another three, this time no good. The ball tapped out and controlled by Yowie for the Wildcats. Reef to Cumberland. That was Jen Reef. Oh, boy. Cumberland carried that basketball. No call. Yowie on the baseline, and traveling's going to be called on Hannah Yowie. Kaylee Roller will re-enter for the Knights, replacing Madison Dunnick. Boy, they've really racked up the turnovers.
Yeah, Whitko now has 17. The Knights yet to turn it over here in the second half. They're still at 6.
Well, if the Knights were shooting better than 20%, they'd be leading this game by 15 points. There's Sawyer with a three, buries it.
Well, that's a big shot as the Knights now up 6 points.
Well, they needed to stem the Whitko tide, and McKenzie able to do it with that three. Her first point of the game, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah. So Norwell again trying to pick up the defensive intensity. That pass in the middle. Jen
Nice
Reef.
move.
Yep, another good jump stop.
16 points for Jen Reef. Allie's got 13.
The Reef girls lighting it up. Jen, a senior, Allie, a junior. Loose ball finally picked up by Mackenzie Sawyer. Strunk into the lane. Gets it to go. That's going to be a foul. I believe it's going to be called on Snep. No, it's on 42, Kennedy Kroll. Her first, team's 5th. Right now, Norwell just a little faster than Whitko as Kroll and Jen Reef take seats for Whitko. Haley Yowie and Avery Friel back in for the Wildcats. Strunk converts the three-point play. Norwell's been pretty good from the free throw line tonight, Derek.
Yeah, the Knights now 13 for 14. That's 93%.
Allie Reef handling it since, traveled.
Oh, he's going to call an offensive foul.
Well, that really should have been traveling on Allie Reef instead.
Wow.
She's going to pick up a foul. There's no doubt she was trying to bull her way into the lane.
Yeah, but
I thought she traveled before there was any contact.
And there wasn't much contact at all. That's a foul. And now Knights are in the bonus.
With 21 seconds left here in the third quarter. And the Knights have only committed one foul thus far in the second half.
Kind of first half flipped on its head here.
Yeah.
What we have
as
a fan is going to be escorted
ejected.
out.
Yeah, one of the Whitko fans, I believe, is being asked to exit as the athletic director, Eric Morgan, has to take responsibility for that. And the Whitko fan pleading his case, but not really causing an issue. You don't see that too often.
Yeah, that might have been the first I've seen it at a basketball game that I've been.
Oh, I've seen it before.
I mean, especially in this building.
Yeah,
it's definitely the first time this year.
I'd say the first time in the past couple of years. I don't remember commentating and watching someone do that.
Yeah, well, that's. I'm guessing he was probably just riding him too much.
Well, and he was close.
And he's sitting right on the floor. It didn't look like he made any gestures or anything obscene, but said something.
Not a lot of people here tonight either, so one lone voice is going to stand out a little bit more. Norwell's lead up to 9, biggest of this ball game. As Yowie at the buzzer could not get it to go. At the end of three quarters, Norwell leading Whitko 48-39. We'll take a break and hear from New Holland Tri-County. We'll be back with fourth quarter action in just a moment. Well, back at the castle, Whitko, short one fan. as we head to the fourth quarter.
Yeah, this has been kind of an up and down as far as tempo. The tempo kind of increased here in the third quarter as the Knights outscored the Lady Wildcats 20-18 in that third quarter, previously scoring 11 and 17 in the first and second quarters, respectively.
And Norwell with the basketball to start this fourth quarter. I think these first couple possessions here in the fourth, very important for how this game is going to end up. Roller not able to knock down the three.
Yeah, and this situation is very, very, and then a foul called on Mackenzie Sawyer. That's her third. But this is a very familiar scenario for these Lady Knights as they're used to having the lead here in the fourth quarter. The question is, can they build on it? Can they hang on to it?
Yeah, they've done a really good job of being active on the defensive end. They need to keep that up as that's Allie Reef into the lane, the short jumper. Short, as apparently Quinn Shelton got a piece of Allie Reef. I think that's a third on Quinn.
It is.
Third on the team here in the second half. If she doesn't bring her arm down, that's not a foul. As Allie Reef looking to bring the Wildcats back to within 7.
It's got 14 points. Now 15. It's at 48-41. Both coaches, as you can see under the team names, have 3 timeouts remaining here for this fourth quarter. They're all fulls.
There's Mackenzie Sawyer from the corner, in and out again. Boy, she's had a couple of those tonight. Halfway down the cylinder. Long pass up ahead, and Yowie couldn't get it to go. However, Hannah Yowie able to get the rebound. We'll see what we got. We got all kinds of whistles.
And he's going to overrule him from back here as he's going to get a timeout as this official is going to call a travel. And then a timeout for Coach Bradley. It's a full one.
Wildcats will keep the basketball. We'll take a break here from Pizza Hut and Adams County Memorial Hospital. We'll be right back.
Pizza Hut is changing the way you think about pizza with their Flavor of Now menu. With over 2 billion combinations of new ingredients, crusts, and sauces, you can customize your pizza and take it where pizza has never gone before. But don't stress, all the old-time favorites are still available. At Pizza Hut, it's everything you've always loved about pizza and more. Order online now at pizzahut.com or download our mobile app. Pizza Hut Flavor of Now menu at your local Pizza Hut in Bluffton.
Welcome back to the Castle. Coach Bradley now down to 2 timeouts, I believe.
That's correct, by my count.
Norwell with 3.
Whitko still trails by 7, but they were trailing by 9. They got a quick basket here, almost got another basket, and have it under their own basket. I said basket a lot of times.
Yeah, and you said it very well. As another foul is going to be called. And I'll tell you, fellas, you see it all.
It was 7-1.
Yeah,
and that's what happens.
And it's unconscious. The officials are not consciously trying to even up the fouls, but they see the scoreboard.
Right.
It has an effect on the fouls called.
And we saw it at Leo. In the second half, it was, there's a steal for Casey Strunk.
Nice anticipation. She'll take it to the basket. No foul called on Haley Yowie. And the Wildcats get it back. Boy, Casey's had some great opportunities. Again, you got to jump stop. I don't understand any team not being able to jump stop. But neither one of the Norwell teams do a good job of it. There's Sawyer again for 3 and hits this one. Assist, Kaylee Roller. Norwell's lead now at 10. First time it's been to double digits. Allie Reed double dribbled. Yep, sure did.
And now the turnover count really piling up for Whitko. They have 21 turnovers, and the Knights still have not turned it over here in the second half.
Wow, that's impressive.
So it's 21-6 now.
Back in the game for Whitko, Jen Reef and Ellie Snepp.
And the Knights have the potential right here to really extend the lead and make it really tough for the Lady Wildcats.
That should be off of the Wildcats.
They're going to say.
Well, they're not going to say.
Yes, it's Sid Norwell.
Yeah. That's the right call as Casey Strunk reached for it, but did not get to it. No pressure on the inbounds pass, which is kind of interesting with Whitko down by 10. Still quite a bit of time left, though. 6:14 left here in the fourth.
Knights need to be patient here.
Conrad to the rim. We'll see what they call. And the underneath official.
He let the outside official call it. I think he was going to call a charge as well.
Yeah, well, he indicated that it was a charging foul. That'll go on Stephanie Conrad, her first, actually, in this one.
And, you know, she's been doing a great job of staying out of foul trouble the past few games.
She really has. That was an issue early in the season.
It was. And it's a big part, as she has 19 of these 51 Lady Knight points.
That's Jen Reef up top playing catch over the top of this Norwell trap into the lane. Good move by Reef, but good hands there by Stephanie Conrad. Reef with the offensive rebound.
Tough shot.
Can't get it to go. Snap.
Yeah, the Knights got to get a rebound down there.
Well, Norwell doing a little bit of ball chasing right now on the defensive rebounding end of things instead of just putting a body on somebody.
Now, the bigger story of that foul is Quinn Shelton's picked up her fourth.
Madison Dunnick set to check in as Snep able to roll in the free throw.
We did not mention that the JV Wildcats came out with a win. Final, not sure what the final was, 50-42.
Yep.
And the freshmen were winners
Norwell
against Marion. Yes,
yep.
The freshmen for Norwell were winners over Marion, 34-20.
Yep. Marion in the building tonight, right? Or was that at Marion?
Nope, that was here.
Okay. As that would have been over in the auxiliary gym. Boy, tough pass. As Madison Dunnick did a good job of just retaining possession for the Knights. We'll get another substitution here for Whitko. Cumberland checking in.
Boy, the subs. He's keeping everybody fresh. He's rotating everybody around. A lot of players coming off the bench.
Ellie Snep takes a seat as Strunk finally gets it into Sawyer. Roller on the baseline. Finds Strunk for three. Good. Another assist for Kaylee Roller. Where would the Knights be tonight without Kaylee Roller's playmaking? It's an 11-point lead for the Knights. I believe Coach Thornton called that timeout.
Yes, he did.
So both teams down to 2. Norwell up 54-43. We'll take a break and be right back.
Bluffton Roofing Incorporated prides themselves on developing a long-term relationship with their customers, listening to their needs and suggesting the proper course of action, be it preventative maintenance, repair, or replacement. Bluffton Roofing and owner James Worth are GAF certified and are certified weather stopper roofing contractors. Bluffton Roofing is fully insured, protecting you and your home. Call 824-3564 or 307-6313. Bluffton Roofing Incorporated. Quality first home improvements.
Now here at the Castle, 5:21 left in regulation in this one.
Yeah, the Knights trying to avoid what they've done the last couple of games. Hopefully they've learned from their mistakes, and it'll be interesting to see what kind of pressure Whitko brings when Norwell gets the basketball back on the inbounds and see what kind of press they apply.
I like what Coach Thornton's doing here. He's bringing a little full court pressure. I think that may help them retain focus here as we wind down towards the last couple of minutes of this one. Allie Reef up top. And a quick foul. Not a lot of contact there on Madison Dunnick.
We talked about it. It was 7-1, and now we are 7 apiece.
Yeah, it doesn't take long, does it?
Does not take long. Madison Dunnick picks up her third.
Norwell whistled for 6 fouls inside of 3 minutes of play here in the fourth quarter. They went into the fourth quarter with just 1 foul.
And it's kind of the way it went for Whitko as they had their fouls early in that third quarter.
Mm-hmm. Allie Reef having a big game.
Yeah, she's got 16, and that one drops in for 17. Cut the lead to 9.
5:06 left here in this one. Haley Roller handling it across the timeline, avoids that. Boy, great job of handling the basketball there by Roller, avoiding the trap. The only thing I'd like to see, somebody had to be open there. Conrad able to corral that pass. Good job, good hands by Stephanie.
And the Knights they're doing the right thing right now. They got to look for a quality shot. Nothing other than a quality shot should be taken.
Well, and I'll tell you what, it's either got to be a wide open three or something at the rim. As Dunnick stepped on the baseline.
It's only the first live, well, actually that wasn't a live ball turnover either, but it's only the first actual turnover. The other one was the charge here in the second half. Team total now at 8 as Courtney Beard checks in for Madison Dunnick.
Allie Reef handling it up top. Jen Reef is back in the game for the Wildcats. She's on the baseline being guarded by Conrad right now. Reef into the lane, puts up the jumper, no good. And Conrad with the weak side rebound. Lost her dribble, now finds Sawyer.
That's Conrad's first rebound here in the second half.
Is that right? Strunk across the timeline. Conrad will take it right to the rim and score. Boy, that was easy.
Yeah, they have not had an answer for Stephanie Conrad, and frankly, she's missed some point-blank shots, and she could have a lot more than 21.
Yeah, she could easily have 27, 28 points right now. Oh, that ball turned over 3 feet away from the official, no call. And
now a foul?
On a loose ball is going to be called, I believe, on Kaylee Roller.
7 straight Norwell fouls without a foul being called on Whitko here. And it'll send Hannah Yohe to the line as Roller picks up her third.
Wow.
Yohe trying to add to her 3-point total.
That dude's having a bad second half. That's all there is to it.
Miss, and that's a big miss as she missed the front end. Courtney Beer grabs the rebound.
Courtney Beer in the backcourt now with Casey Strunk. Beer finds Strunk. Strunk will reset. The Knights, as you mentioned, Derek, they got to be very patient. Conrad again on the drive, goes over the back on the offensive rebound. That'll be the second foul on Conrad.
9th team foul. The next one will put the Lady Wildcats in the double bonus. Whitko shooting 7 of 10 from the line. Knights shooting 15 of 16. Both teams hitting it at a pretty good clip.
That'll be Hannah Yohe at the line. 2 Yohe girls in the lineup. Haley, a junior. Hannah, a junior as well. They might be twins. They do look a lot alike.
They do. Both
about the same size. Hannah listed at 5'3".
Haley at 5'4".
Yep. As Hannah good on both free throws. Norwell's lead back down to 9 with 3:17 to go. Roller into the front court. I've been really impressed. Well.
Is it a shock to anybody?
Yeah. Haley's done a good job handling the ball tonight. She threw that one away, but overall she's had, I don't know how many assists. Finding the open player on numerous occasions. Cumberland being guarded by Beer into the lane, no call. Roller trying to draw the foul. She'll dribble the basketball up for the Knights, taking her time. Now Strunk. Back to Roller. Roller finds Beer in the corner.
Knights got to really be patient now as they tick it under 2:30, and they're up 9 in a really good position here.
Oh, Beer switched pivot feet.
Yeah,
and
got a timeout.
Fortunately, the official wasn't looking. Norwell will have just one timeout left. They lead 56-47. They'll have the basketball when we come back after these words from our sponsors.
Costly misconceptions about collision repair, brought to you by Lauren's Body Shop.
All repair shops are basically the same.
False. There are substantial differences among repair shops. Some have made large investments in equipment and training, others have not. Always do your homework when selecting a repair facility.
In business since 1951, Lauren's Body Shop on East Dustman Road specializes in insurance collision repair, offers free estimates, and an outstanding limited lifetime warranty. Visit lawrensbodyshop.com.
At
At Warren Pharmacy, we offer local delivery, accept hundreds of prescription insurance plans, offer special ordering for hard-to-find items, have home health care and convalescent supplies, stock Nature's Bounty, Windmill, and basic vitamins, and Nature's Sunshine nutritional products, along with many other services provided. Warren Pharmacy, 222 North Wayne Street in Warren. You can reach them toll-free at 800-895-7035. Warren Pharmacy, we're big enough to meet your needs, yet small enough to know your name.
Norwell with the basketball. 2:28 left. They're up by 9. They just need to take care of the ball here. Something they've struggled with in the fourth quarter of their last 2 basketball games. Kaylee Roller wide open beyond the arc, not going to take the shot. Instead, she takes it to the rim. It's off of Stephanie Conrad, and it'll be Whitko's basketball.
She probably didn't have to take that shot either.
Well, to be honest with you, I would have rather seen her take the three-pointer there.
Yeah, it was wide open. She had it wide open at the top of the key.
Allie Reef the other way, forces it up. Boy, that was not a good shot for Allie either. That's going to be a foul, as now it's time to call fouls on the Wildcats.
For a while.
Yeah. As this one's going to go against number 12, Hannah Yohe. It's a second foul on Hannah, 8th on the Wildcats.
Knights shooting really well from the line, 16
really
for
are.
17 on the
Mackenzie
evening.
Sawyer, for her first time at the line tonight, I believe.
Yeah.
And
missed it. Sorry.
Yeah, it's not a jinx. That's just
I think
the way
Noah
it
would
goes.
say otherwise.
Noah is superstitious. That's Jen Reef in the corner, and that's going to be an offensive foul. Yeah, that's a good call.
That's going to go on Allie Reef.
Yeah, she really pushed off to try to receive that pass.
Yep.
Minute 49 left. Knights up by 10, and full court pressure now from the Wildcats. Boy, if they spring somebody from this, a baseball pass would not be much of an issue. By the way, Quinn Shelton came back in after the timeout. She's being guarded by Jen Reef at the moment. Nice pass, Kaylee Roller.
Oh, it came out. How did that come out? Unreal.
Stephanie Conrad with another point-blank miss.
Yeah, she's shooting just 8 for 18 from the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those shots have not been real difficult. That's at least 4 that I can think of. She's got how many points so far?
21.
Yeah,
she could be close to 30.
Yeah, she has had a 30-point game.
Oh, that's a nice pass.
And she lays this one in. Great pass from Casey Strunk on the assist. Norwell's done what they've wanted to do with their offense all night long.
Turnover.
Yeah,
number 23.
Brianna
Whitko.
Cumberland traveled. Coach Bradley wants a timeout. He's not going to leave this game without burning everything he can. It's a full timeout. 1:01 left on the clock. Norwell up by 12 at the moment. We'll take a break, hear from a couple sponsors, and be right back.
Stuck in a state of falling behind, struggling to keep up with your kids, your finances, your insurance, your life? Then let me, Kevin Beatty in Bluffton, help you simplify and get to a better state. Because with me handling your auto, home, and life insurance, you'll have more time to handle everything else. More money too, because adding State Farm policies can earn discounts that could add up to 40% and actually help you get ahead. Call me, Kevin Beatty in Bluffton, today and get to a better state with State Farm. 824-1928.
Troxel Equipment offers a full line of John Deere equipment. Troxel Equipment features a large inventory of all makes and models of pre-owned equipment that has been well maintained and ready for service. Most of Troxel's pre-owned equipment was traded in from owner-operators. Be sure to ask about our certified pre-owned units. Troxel Equipment has the ability to customize your financing, lease, or installment contracts to meet your cash flow needs. Visit any of our 3 locations in Bluffton, Huntington, or Wabash, or check out our website for our inventory of new and pre-owned equipment. Troxel Equipment, the dealership you can trust.
Norwell just needs to take care of it here. They're up 12 with just under a minute now to go.
Doesn't appear that Whitko is going to apply a lot of pressure.
Well, they've taken the trap off, although Allie Reef is going to pick up a foul.
4th foul for Allie. as that'll send Casey Strunk to the line, shooting a pair.
Little surprised they've got Allie Reeve trying to guard Casey Strunk.
Yeah, that's clearly a mismatch that falls in Norwell's favor.
Allie listed at 5'11".
Another miss.
So she's got a height advantage on Casey, but Casey, as everybody who listens to us regularly knows, very fast. And Casey 1 of 2 makes it a 13-point Norwell lead.
Yeah, one of the fastest around. She can blow by just about anybody.
Norwell was an 11-point favorite in this game, according to Harrell.
59-48, I think, was the prediction. That's going to be really close.
Well, those predictions get better and better as the season wears on.
They really do.
With an 11-point lead right now for the Knights with 32 seconds left. Kaylee Roller is going to be fouled.
And Ayoe's going to pick up that foul for third.
30.4 on the clock. Boy, and I got to believe that that should be the last foul attempt on the Wildcats, I would think, from a possession standpoint.
Knights going to get real close to their season average. They've been not only right around that 63-point mark, they've been really consistent in their scoring. Just a couple games below that mark and one or two above that mark, as they've been really right around that spot the entire year.
One more to get their average. They may not get it. They lead by 13. Cumberland the other way for Whitko. Boy, I don't know how that pass got through there to Yohe. Now Jen Reef tries to get it inside, and instead it went right to Quinn Shelton. Norwell's not going to shoot the basketball here.
And another foul. Knights are going to have a chance to get their season average. Yohe picks up her fourth.
That's Hannah's third foul, 10th on the team. So Norwell now in the, it's a fourth. Yep, I'm sorry.
For once, I am correct on fouls. Not something I excel at, but.
Yeah, that's all right.
There's a miss.
And a whole new squad of Wildcats are going to get in for the last 13 seconds of this game. Suzanne Sikafus, Kennedy Kroll comes back in, as does Ellie Snepp. Haley Yohe back on the floor, and also, that is number 3, Emily Duggins at midcourt, as Roller with 1 out of 2. The Knights are going to end up with their season average. They'll move to 15-2 on the season.
And you know what? They did a great job. Well, frankly, Whitko could not convert, but they did a fantastic job hanging on to that lead. Not only did they hang on, they actually extended it by a few points down the stretch.
They did. 4.9 left here as Whitko trying to get another shot off before the buzzer sounds. That's thrown away. It'll go into the backcourt. It'll be chased down by Snepp. I don't know that Snepp's going to get it to half court. She does, as they will not get a shot off. Ellie Snepp launched it after the buzzer. The Knights back on the winning side of things tonight against Whitko at home. We'll take a break. Be back with your post-game show after these words from our sponsors, Norwell, with the 63-49 win over Whitko. We'll be right back.
This is your moment. Explore the University of St. Francis. Known for our quality academic options and dedicated professors who practice in their fields, you will discover the perfect program to fit your interests and goals. Hands-on experience with internships, clinicals, and co-ops makes a USF education a great value and investment into your future. Apply now at sf.edu. We are seeking applicants for $15 million in scholarships this year. This is your moment. Believe.
He shoots. He scores. It's out of here. He could go all the way.
That's the reaction you'll get when you get her a gift of fine jewelry from Daniel's Jewelers in Bluffton.
Hi, this is Dan and Jane from Daniel's Jewelers, and we want you to score big. We have beautiful diamond pendants, rings, and earrings, including diamonds in motion. These pieces, powered by her heartbeat, are awesome.
Check out our fun jewelry. Stainless steel jewelry by SteelX, Jewel Pops by Chameleon, Angelica bracelets made from recycled metals, and our newest, convertibles by Lestage.
We offer ring sizing done on premise, and the first sizing is free when you purchase your ring from Daniels.
Okay, guys, best of all, free gift wrapping.
Win big. See you at Daniels Jewelers in Bluffton on State Road 1 north of Lowe's. Open Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 6 and Saturday, 9:30 to 4.
Hi, this is Dale from the Voice Enterprises. For countless years, I struggled with back pain, and more often than not, the doctors would just prescribe pain meds, which would just dull the pain. It wasn't until I was referred to Indiana Physical Therapy that I truly experienced pain relief. The professionals at IPT showed me the correct exercises and stretches for my problems, and my back pain began to fade away, and as a result, my entire body began to feel better. Indiana Physical Therapy's highly trained professionals treat all types of injuries and ailments and accept all insurance. For more information on IPT or to schedule an appointment, call 824-0522 or visit indianapt.com.
Welcome back to the Castle and your post-game show. Well, Noah, a solid win tonight for the Lady Knights against a quality Whitko team.
Yeah, Norwell did a great job there in that second half. Their three-point percentage was higher. Norwell still, in both halves, they were missing a good amount of bunnies. And I'm really shocked because that's usually where they get all their points. If they would have made those easy layups, and I know Steph just missed like a little 4-foot shot, but she tried it with her left hand for some reason, we would have won by, I think, easily by about 20.
Oh, yeah.
But Norwell still coming out with a great win tonight against a ranked 2A team, so still a great night for the girls.
Yeah, and Derek, I thought the Knights a little bit more focused tonight in that fourth quarter, playing with the lead, a little bit more patient as well.
Yeah, much more focused. And they, to my knowledge, from what I can remember, they only took one non-quality shot in the last 5 minutes. And that's really impressive, and it's leaps and bounds out of where this team was on Saturday, or on Friday, rather. And that's really nice to see because it will matter as we go deeper into the season. Last couple of conference games, and then especially in the tournament where it really matters. And that's, I think, what they learned a lot. And the first one maybe didn't get them because they came out with a win. It didn't maybe make so much of an impression as the Leo game. But, they know what can happen now down the stretch. And it's nice to see them, like I said, come back and not only maintain the lead, but also extend it. So I'll share some stats with you. I'll start off with the visiting Whitko Lady Wildcats. They had 24 turnovers, which is kind of the tail of the tape here for the Wildcats. They had 31 rebounds, out-rebounding the Knights 31-14. 11 of them were offensive, by the way. 9 of 12 from the free throw line for 75%, 18 for 47 from the field for 38%, and 4 of 10 from three-point line for 40%. All of those came in the second half. Individually, Jen Reef had 18 points and 5 rebounds. Everybody saw playing time at the end. Everybody that dressed did step on the floor at some point, with the exception of Brooke Christoffel. Brianna Cumberland had 5 points and 4 rebounds. Avery Friel had 2 rebounds in limited time. Hannah Yohe had 5 points and 10 rebounds. Allie Reif had, well, it's interesting because that one was pronounced Reif, and maybe it is, but she had 17 points and 4 rebounds. Ellie Snepp, the freshman, had 4 points and 4 rebounds, and Kennedy Kroll had 2 defensive rebounds. For your Lady Knights, turned it over just 3 times in the second half. One of those was a charge for a total of 9. Rebounded 14 times. 20 for 24 from the free throw line for 83%. 19 of 52 from the field for 37%. And 5 of 17 from the three-point line for 29%. Individually, Mackenzie Sawyer had 7 points. Madison Dunnick had 2 points. Kaylee Roller had 9 points and 6 assists from my count. Courtney Beer had 3 points and 3 rebounds. Stephanie Conrad had 23 points and 8 rebounds, narrowly missing the double-double. Quinn Shelton had 6 points and a rebound. Casey Strunk had 13 points and 2 assists. And that will round out your Lady Knights for a 63-49 win, as we're now joined by head coach Eric Thornton.
Yeah, and before we get to the coach, Eric, I wanted to double-check. What did you say the Knights' free throw shooting percentage was?
I had them for 20 for 24.
Yeah,
that's 83%. And actually, a couple of those were missed down the stretch. They were in the 90s before the last couple of minutes.
Coach, thanks for joining us this evening here in the post-game show. As we mentioned earlier, really a good win against a quality Whitko team.
It was. Last week was a tough week for us, and you guys know that, and we had to learn some lessons. And I think our kids really tried to do that tonight, and we weathered some foul trouble early on. But I thought we got more confident against the 1-3-1, and with Allie out top, it's certainly tough to reverse the basketball, and they do a good job. And that is a solid team, as you mentioned. So very happy with the kids tonight. Extremely proud of when they cut it to 2, how we handled the rest of the game. We answered every challenge out there. I felt like to be able to hit free throws, to be able to want the ball, to be in that situation, to get to the foul line and knock them down. It's infectious for our team. Our kids thrived in that situation, and that's what this team needs to be.
I thought a lot of poise late with a lead shown, especially in my eyes, by Kaylee Roller and Casey Strunk. Thought they did a really good – there was a couple turnovers in there, but really overall handled the ball very well, did a great job of finding the open man.
Yeah, they did. We moved the ball well. We had good balance tonight. There were times where you felt like, boy, we'd kind of like to get Steph a touch again. But, this team has so much balance, and the way that we were able to share it, kids knocking down shots, kids making the correct read. I don't know how many turnovers we finished with, but
we had you for 9.
And you know what? I'm really pleased with that.
And you should be, and created 24.
Yeah, and some of those you look at and you go, come on, ladies. Yeah. But honestly, our mentality tonight was where it needs to be. And we just want to build off of this tonight, these last 5 games, and just keep moving forward. Proud of the team.
Yeah, I thought they showed a calmness about them late in the game that really comes from a tough loss like they had at Leo on Friday night. I mean, that's the only way you can get that through experience, I think.
Yeah, and I know the game couldn't come quick enough for us, from last Friday, and you have the weekend to relive the whole situation.
Moment by moment, yeah.
And you wake up in the middle of the night and go, did that really happen? And I know I talked to you guys on Saturday. Really difficult loss, one of the most difficult I know I've experienced personally. But our team, that's what kids do. They bounce back, and they're who they are, and they showed the type of team that we hope and expect that they can be. And, it's their team, and I want these kids to enjoy this. And there's a reason why we went through what we went through, and we're going to get better from it.
Coach, back at home on Saturday night against the Squaws from Belmont. What do you expect to see this year?
They've got a really good freshman in the Hunter kid, 5'11". She's a player. She had 32 against Northside, and I know Northside's not good, but anytime you get 32, I don't care. She's had a solid season, and she's earned a lot of respect around the area. And I think if Belmont continues to build around her, Belmont's going to be different, and I think they already are this year. So it's going to be a different type of Belmont team, one that will be more skilled, one that has better athleticism, and we can't afford to lose another game in the conference.
Right.
We've got to win. We've got to win out,
yep.
and that's probably it's going to take to tie and share this conference race. So, very important ball game for us.
Yeah, and of course we'll be back here on Saturday night with you. We appreciate you taking the time tonight. It's really, again, a solid win against. I'll tell you, I give Coach Bradley a lot of credit. He's building a nice program over there.
Yeah, and Allie Rife has got 3 offers. Yep. It's Eastern Michigan, it's Xavier, and it's Wright State.
Wow.
So, I mean, she's got
solid.
Some looks. A lot of those schools want her to play the 4, the type of teams that they are, where she can be a stretch 4 and knock it down, which she certainly can. She's a good basketball player, and she'll fit in real well at that level. So, a lot of respect for her, and wish her well, the rest of the season.
Good for her. That's good to hear. Well, thanks for so much for joining us, Coach. We'll see you Saturday night.
Thanks. And if I can say one thing.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
I just, real quick, I just want to dedicate this game to my mom.
Yep.
Mom has been through some tough things here in the last couple weeks. Had breast cancer surgery on Tuesday. And got some tough news again today. Going to have another surgery.
Okay.
I can't say enough about my team for asking if they could wear the pink uniforms tonight. For our student section, for our fans, just for the support overall. So, Mom, this game's for you, and I love you, and I know you're tough, and I appreciate everything you've done for me. So, love you, Mom.
Yeah, I appreciate you saying that. And we did talk about it a little bit earlier without getting into too many details.
Sure.
But
well, I appreciate you guys, your support and everything. And a lot of people have been through some really tough things, tougher than this. And so I can't say enough about my team and the leadership that they've shown to just have that gesture there. So I love those girls, and I appreciate them just asking if that was okay.
Well,
so,
Coach, there's a reason you get that kind of love and respect. You've earned it.
That's what this is all about.
Yep.
So thank you very much.
All right. Thanks, Coach.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Head coach Eric Thornton, now in his 19th year at the helm.
Fastly approaching 300 wins.
Yep.
Likely going to get to that mark next year.
Highly likely. I mean, he's at, after tonight's win, 284.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to get it this year, but
probably not.
I don't think there's enough games left. I think it's like 12 or something like that.
Right.
So
that would be the maximum.
That would be the maximum.
Yep. So early next year, we'll see him eclipse the 300 mark, and what a program he has built here at Norwell. Just year after year, competitive teams.
Yeah, and I think he's only had in 19 years like 2 losing seasons.
Well, and also in 19 years, he's really only had one dominant player.
Right. That's right. And I mean, these guys are teams. He builds not only good teams, but good team chemistry.
Yep.
Because this team has been together for a long time. They were young a couple years ago, won a lot of basketball games. Last year was kind of a different year. They're used to winning in the 20s. They won just 19 last year, but he really bolstered that schedule, kind of beefed it up, put a lot of tough opponents on there.
Yeah, he did.
He really kind of made it a gauntlet of a schedule, but to be a great team, that's what you have to do.
Yeah, you do. And the Knights, of course, now at 15-2 on the season after the win tonight. Fellas, we need to name a player of the game, and Noah, I'll let you go first.
I'm going to have to go with Kaylee Roller tonight. Really, she did a great job ball handling. She did a great job. She got plenty of assists tonight. She just like all the other players from Norwell, but she really stands out to me being so unselfish with the ball. And tonight was just another one of those nights. She hit a couple 3-pointers, I believe. And really, I think she was one of the people that really started the runs for Norwell. So my player of the game nominee is Kaylee Roller.
Derek?
There's 2 players that come to mind. One of them is Stephanie Conrad, but I'm going to have to agree with you, Noah, because Kaylee Roller provides a fantastic spark. Stephanie had 23 and 8, but Kaylee, and nothing to take away from her. She had a fantastic game. Boy, if she could just finish a couple more times around the rim, and she'll get better with that with time. But I'm going to go with Kaylee Roller. Like I said, provides a great spark and a really excellent ball handler. Makes a lot of good decisions, and she had a couple great passes, 6 assists I had to that count. So Kaylee Roller, if you're on board.
Absolutely. Yep, I think that's the right choice this evening. Good job, fellas. Of course, Stephanie Conrad led the team in scoring, had a great night, lighting up the scoreboard. But Kaylee really taking it to another level as far as all-around floor play for these Lady Knights. Of course, Casey Strunk, nothing to take away from her. I mean, she had another very solid basketball game, fastest player on the floor. But I really thought Kaylee did a great job of seeing the floor tonight, distributing the basketball, and taking care of it as well down the stretch.
Yeah, that's right. And then she's just leaps and bounds ahead of a lot of players just from an athletic standpoint.
No doubt about it. So tonight, your New Holland Tri-County player of the game is Kaylee Roller. Once again, your final here from the Castle. It's Norwell 63, Whitko 49. For Derek Decker and Noah Tobias, this is Greg Van Meter saying, so long, everyone.
We hope you enjoyed this high school sports broadcast on the Voice Sports Network. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
The preceding production is property of Voice Enterprises, and all rights are reserved worldwide. Thank you for listening to this production of Voice Enterprises, taking media in a new direction.